We had an extensive sit-down interview with Dr. Musoro about Nigeria's reading culture, the bookshop culture, and his personal experiences in the book industry. We'll be showing you that interview soon. You may want to look out for that. From the booksellers to Barnes and Noble, one of the most globally known bookshop brands. We visited one of the Barnes and Noble shops with the girls who won the last CBC Prize for Literature. It was such an experience. When you step into and walk around an amazing bookstore, you just want to stay in there and read, read, read. Barnes & Noble is a bookshop with the largest number of retail outlets in the United States of America. As at March 2019, it operated 627 retail stores in the country alone. Okay, so this is the famous Barnes & Noble. It's the biggest bookstore chain in the world. You know, thousands and thousands of bookstores all over the world. If you can't find anything on Barnes & Noble or Amazon, then it's likely you can't find it anywhere. I'm talking about books now. So very strong online too, but they have what you call brick and mortar shops all over the world. You know, so this is one of them. You can look around. They have all sorts: fantasy, fiction, science fiction, adventure. There's nothing you want to think of that they don't have here. So just feel free, look around, browse around, and see if you can find anything that interests you. Barnes & Noble has a history that goes back to 1886. That was when the bookstore was founded in New York City. Then it was called Arthur Hines and Company. Later that year, a young man named Gilbert Clifford Noble was hired to work there as a clerk. In 1894, Noble was made a partner and the name of the shop was changed to Hines & Noble. In 1917, Noble bought out Hines and entered into a partnership with William Barnes. The name of the store was changed to Barnes & Noble soon after. Barnes & Noble is known for its large bookshop outlets, many of which contain not just books, but also games, toys, and other fun things. Despite toys, games and all, it is the wonder of the books on display that wows most visitors.
so I'm sure there's nothing you can't find.
What did you use in your hand? Let's see.
Oh, yeah. It's a book by James Patterson.
How's it going to meet James Patterson? He's coming, yeah. My friends gave me a bunch of books to sign for him.
I read just
And,
one, actually.
I want to buy this entire series, the Crazy Rich Asian series, because I watched the movie and I really liked the movie.
Is it a series? I thought it was only one.
No, it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
And there are like so many things here I want to read. Somebody named it.
There's so many options. It's actually really hard to.
I said they have a book
choose.
called The Idiots. Fyodor Dostoevsky. The Idiots. It's a very interesting place. I saw something in this from Nigerian writers, Nigerian, African. There's one about a serial killer. So many new and interesting things here.
Yeah. So many options. It's hard to choose.
I don't even know.
That's
like,
the
I was walking around
disadvantage.
still, just seeing different things.
Donna has left the building.
A place like this makes you wonder what's happening to the bookshop culture in Nigeria. This is Barnes and Noble. It has in the United States of America alone over 600 branches. Over 600 branches. I think the biggest bookstore chain in Nigeria should have just about 5 or 6 branches, if I'm correct. But hardly do you find bookstore chains in Nigeria. It's massive, all categories of books you can imagine. I read this book months ago, Roses Are Red by James Patterson. I was looking for the sequel all over in Nigeria. I couldn't find it. Violets Are Blue. I finally stumbled on it somewhere in there. So it's amazing that you can walk into a place that is comfortable and you can find almost any book imaginable. Comics for kids are also here. Fiction, non-fiction, all sorts of books. Lovely. Books, the everlasting conduits of knowledge, information, adventures, fun, creativity, and stories that captivate us. I've always found their comfort, their home, and their expressions in bookshops. I usually get blown away whenever I visit shops like the Booksellers and Barnes and Noble. This is where we have to end the show today. As always, we'll be delighted to get your feedback through any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. My name is Kunle Kasumu. Remember, one great book can change your life. Bye-bye.